What's going on, guys? Cosmic Collector here, and in today's video we'll be unboxing the Universal Monsters Ultimate Frankenstein. This is the NECA Toys Ultimate Frankenstein's Monster black and white figure. People will often state that Frankenstein is the scientist's name and not the monster's. However, since Victor created the monster, it wouldn't be inaccurate to suggest that the monster would share his surname Frankenstein. Also, specifically regarding the films, they started calling the monster Frankenstein just a few years later in The Bride of Frankenstein. So with all that being said, I'll be referring to the monster as Frankenstein throughout this review. I believe the cover art on the box is based off this movie poster. The more iconic movie poster was used for the colored version of this figure, so I think it's cool that they went with another poster design for this one. I do wish we would have gotten the full image on the box instead of just his face, but I digress. I picked this figure up for $20 and some change at Big Bad Toy Store. It's actually still in stock and back on sale for the same price at the time of recording this video, so you can head over there if you want to pick up the same one. Popping up on the screen now are the figures I have in hand and will be reviewing here on the channel. So if there's a certain review that you'd like to see first, just let me know down in the comments and I'll make that video next. Here's a quick look at the bottom of the box. And a huge shout out to the team of artists that brought this figure to life. I love when the artists are credited so clearly. Here's a look at the top of the box and we get another shot of that logo. On the inside, we get a windowed view of the figure and all the accessories. And on the inner flap, we get a nice pose shot of Frankenstein. Now, let's go and get this opened up and take a closer look. Alright, now that we got everything unboxed, let's go and take a look at the articulation. We'll go ahead and move these to the side for now. I'm not great at showcasing all the points of articulation. But the legs open up pretty wide to about here. His leg moves forward to about there, so we got some decent leg mobility. The knees are pretty stiff, but we can get some slight bend in there. And there's little to no mobility in his feet or ankles. But you could probably adjust them a little bit. We have a decent amount of torso crunch even with his jacket. His arms move to about here, so we can still get a solid T-pose. And almost a full bend at the elbow. And then we get some pretty good wrist mobility. He can look up pretty high, look down, and side to side. So some good rotation all around. I don't have too many figures with articulation yet, so I'm not great at showing it off. But that's about the gist of it. Now, let's go and jump into the review and take a closer look.
Oh, it's alive! It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Overall, this is an incredible Frankenstein figure. The paint and sculpt is perfect, and they nailed the design. They perfectly captured Frankenstein's boxy build and proportions. He wears a pretty standard suit with a t-shirt underneath, and they did a great job sculpting each layer. The torso portion of the jacket is a separate rubber piece. Surprisingly, it doesn't hinder the movement at all. and it really adds to the layered look of the figure. They sculpted various ripples and creases throughout his suit, which enhances the design and makes it look like actual clothing. We do get a few different hand options and accessories. So starting off, we have some handcuffs that are chained together. These are really well sculpted and have some weight to them. You can use these cuffs in a number of display options, and they're a really nice accessory. Next, let's look at the hand options. First, we have a pair of open hands with the fingers straight, and these came out great. Next, we have a pair of reaching or grabbing hands, and the fingers are more open and articulated. The last set of hands are more closed and can be used to hold the flower accessories or other objects. The right gripping hand can also be used as a pointer, and here's a look at that one from a different angle. Here's a look at all the hands together, and we can see how detailed and well sculpted they are. The last accessory pieces we get are two sets of flowers. We have a single flower and a pair. I love how they look in black and white, and the petals came out great. Now let's go and look at the face sculpts. We have a standard or neutral expression. Just like with the Ultimate Dracula, they nailed the face sculpt for Frankenstein. They perfectly captured Boris Karloff's monster design, and his facial features look great. I really like his prominent eyebrow ridge, and the scar on his forehead is really well done. They also nailed the design of his deadpan stare and the sculpt of his eyes. Next, we have a smiling or happy expression. This one also came out great, and they perfectly captured the wrinkles or changes in muscles around his eyes and cheeks. And lastly, the third option is another happy or talking head sculpt. This one is also really well done, and they nailed his expression. I do wish the third head sculpt would have been an angry expression, especially since we already got one of him smiling. All three head sculpts are great, but I'll probably just stick with the neutral expression for my display. Lastly, they include a staircase background if you wanted to use this in your display. I like to display mine in front of the art boxes, but this is still a cool addition nonetheless. Overall, this is another great Ultimate Universal Monster figure with a ton of great display options. I love Frankenstein's design, and I'm really glad to add him to the collection. Alright, now for the size of the figure. He stands at 7 3/4 inches, or 19.5 centimeters. For size comparison, here it is next to a Funko Pop. And here it is next to a Funko Out of Box. Here it is next to the Marvel Legends TASM 2 Spider-Man. As well as the McFarlane Toys Ghost Spider. Here it is next to the Diamond Select Weapon X. As well as the Masterlize Plus Training Section Goku. And lastly, here it is next to the Ultimate Count Dracula. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed, please leave a like. And let me know down in the comments what was the first Universal Monster movie you've seen. And since you're still here, go and check out one of the two videos popping up on the screen now. The one on the left is a video that YouTube's recommending just for you. And the one on the right is a video that I recommended. And until next time, God bless.